and welcome to PaperDaisyJournals. My name is Kylie and I have something a little bit different to show you today. This is my crafter's gift box and it will be available to purchase in my Etsy store PaperDaisyJournals. And inside there are some gorgeous goodies, and it will be boxed as a gift either to yourself or someone you know who likes to craft. And I will show you all of the goodies inside. So it has 3 layers or 3 different parts. The first part are all embellishments that you can put in your junk journal, and I will go through those in detail in just a second. The second part is a beautiful fabric bundle, so lots of different fabrics, and I will also go through that. And this part is the ephemera part. So this is geared towards junk journalers, but it can be for any type of craft. And I have made this folder out of plastic with some washi tape down the sides. This is also washi tape wrapped around that you can peel off and use in a journal. I have a gorgeous little doily here that you can also use, and this trim can also be taken off and used as well. So that actually goes all the way around to the back. And the plastic sleeves really just to protect what's inside, but you can use that too. You can make window pockets out of that as well. And in this pack there are 2 sides. This is actually on a folder, and I will show you that as I take all of the bits off. This is a little bull clip with a daisy stuck onto the top. And on this back section here, there's a beautiful piece of French calligraphy, a original French receipt, a beautiful piece of handmade paper, and that's in A6 size, some really nice onion paper, a piece of vintage piano or pianola paper, a napkin, and I've taken the layers off so it's ready to be used as a decoupage page, some lovely metallic crepe paper, and all these pieces can be used as collages in your journal. Some beautiful Japanese paper that has, it's like a painted stencil on the top. There is some texture. A beautiful piece of Italian wrapping paper, and some lovely handmade paper. And those sizes are all A5 size, just to give you an idea. And all of that clips on the back. That's actually vintage wallpaper that I've stitched on. You can take that off if you want to make tags out of it. It is textured. And on the other side, this is actually the other side of the folder. I have 3 wallpaper flowers that I've cut out, and they're all from the Morris & Co. wallpaper series. An original vintage tally card, a couple of tags, so that's a really nice pearl embossed tag, and 2 tags from original book pages that you can add some trim to. And then in this bigger pocket here I have 3 pieces of vintage wallpaper that I have put onto double-sided permanent tape, and you can use that in your collages or to make tabs in your journal. It is permanent double-sided tape, so you don't need to glue it. And I have some 3 big tags. These are original pages from vintage books, Edith Holden, Ireland, and I forget this one here, but they're all blank on the back. And this is the folder that it comes in, so that's lightly embossed pearl paper and scrapbooking paper and vellum. So that all fits back into there. And I will fix all of this up so it looks like it did at the start. Okay, so that is the embellished section. This is the fabric part, and the little paper flower there. I've tried to keep this sort of in a neutral colour theme, so that everything sort of ties together, and you should be able to get quite a few different journals out of this, or craft activities. But at the top here we have some really beautiful pieces, a beautiful piece of sari trim, beaded sari trim. This is more vintage sari trim, and that's the length of an A5 page. This is a beautiful doily, some lovely embroidered lace, a bit of shine, and these are smaller pieces of fabric. That's some French ticking. This is a really nice textured upholstery fabric from the William Morris & Co. Group. Some nice vintage linen blend. That's some really nice cotton lace. This is a sweet piece of tapestry fabric, and I've tried to cut the pieces big enough so that you do get some of the butterflies and the dragonfly there. So that can be used in the spine of a journal or to cover one. This is really nice linen fabric, and again I've tried to cut a piece so you get 2 birds and a butterfly and some daisies. So obviously one of my favourite pieces. Another piece of embroidered fabric, a nice piece of cotton with a small floral design. This is a nice piece of upholstery sort of fabric with a gold shimmer to it. Nice textured piece. And this is a nice big piece. And you can actually use both sides of that if you prefer spots or diamonds. It's up to you. And this is another gorgeous thick piece of fabric with a bit of shimmer. There's quite a bit of shimmer in this pack. You can never have too much shimmer. Yes, you can. You can have too much shimmer, but in this pack, you obviously can't. So A4 sizes, A5 sizes, mostly. Actually, there's quite a bit of A4 size, because I like, if you're going to have a piece of fabric, you need to have some fabric to play with. And all of that will go back in the box, but just to give you an idea again, and you can use this in lots of different ways. The laces there, and the sari, so a bit of bling, and I think that little bit under there. So I've tried to colour coordinate this box, as I said. Oops, it's getting messy. Okay, that to the side. And this is the embellish, these are the embellishments. So in this little organza bag, which you can actually cut the top off and sew this into a journal if you wish. There's some little goodies in here. There is a vintage yo-yo from the quilt, a bull clip that I have distressed with metallic paint, a tiny little container of beads that you can actually stitch onto a journal if you wish, or you could use that in a dangle off a journal. There's a beautiful vintage glass button, a really sweet daisy charm, a little piece that can actually go on the yo-yo with the button if you wish, but I felt that might be a bit bulky for some people. And these are just some wax melts, butterfly bee and some daisies. So they're all in that little bag. This is actually a needle book or folder, and it has lace stitched on to fabric which is stuck to felt, and inside you have a really beautiful Japanese pin. I have kept it to only 2 pages because I tend to use frequently the needles on the first page, and then the rest are really just storage. But there's also a little pocket for your floss cards, and in here there's a little floss card with some gold embroidery thread, DMC I think the brand is, and that's actually enough to do a journal with. So I've just tucked that in as a little surprise in there. And that just ties up obviously with a ribbon. And in this bag that has been stamped, this is just a calico bag with a daisy stamp. You can stick this into a journal or cut the image out and sew it onto a journal in some way. But inside here are some cute little things. This is a little timber spool with a vintage mother of pearl and metal button, and there are 5 different yarns wrapped around here, and I think I measured them at 60 centimeters. Next box I do, I will actually write the measurements in pencil so you can rub it out. So that's the first thing out of the little bag. The next one is a timber spool, and this is 30 centimeters of what's it called? It will come to me in a minute, but it's basically a snippet roll. That's what it is. It's a snippet roll with layers of paper, ledger paper, scrapbooking paper and lace stitched all the way along, and it's rolled up onto this spool, and it has a little daisy tag and some ribbon you can actually use on the top of a tag if you wish. And the last thing in this little bag is another container with a cork on the top, a little mini daisy tag. This is Habu Japanese twine. It's made of paper with little metal thread wrapped around it. It's very cute. But that can also be taken off and used. And inside there are 3 dangles that you can attach to your journal, or you can actually attach it to a dangle. So this bull clip and this yarn and some of these other items can all be attached to one of those dangles that you can put on a bull clip to put on and off, pull on and off your journal. So that's just one idea of how you can use the different things in the pack. That's a mother of pearl, that's a glass heart bead, and that's actually a glass crystal bead there. These are my first that I've made, so not especially amazing, but I will get there eventually. In this glassine bag, it's got a wide paper clip with a fabric covered button, and on the top it has two doilies, a paper doily and a gorgeous gold one that you can tear up and use in your embellishments. And the glassine bag has a little sticker stamp, and inside there's lots of goodies. There's an original postage stamp that I've stuck onto calico, and I've put some glossy accents on the top to make it a bit more 3D. There's some die cuts, stickers, little labels, a piece of vellum, a playing card with a butterfly on it. That is an original seed packet label, original vintage bus tickets, and that is another original stamp that I have turned into a new stamp, new type of stamp. And now we're looking at the trims. So this is a beautiful piece of French trim, and that is a ball pin with some beads and a charm that you can hang off a journal. And this is, I think it's 30 centimeters. I liked to, if you're going to put in trim, you need to put in enough to at least do the side of a journal, if not more. On this card, this is an embossed tag, so it's already ready to be used in a journal. Some really nice cotton lace with another charm. This is gorgeous Japanese habu yarn as well. It's a linen yarn with little pieces of tissue paper wrapped in it. That can also be used on a tag, and that's a little mini flower tag there with some sari silk, and I think that's 60 centimeters or more of sari silk there, so perfect to use as a closure for your journal. This is some really nice French ribbon here with a nice edge, and that's I think 60 centimeters as well. And this is some gorgeous I'm not sure what you would call it, embroidered trim, but it also has cutout parts, and that's the width. And this is held on with some of that beautiful Japanese twine and another vintage glass button with a metallic shimmer. And last but not least, this is another embossed tag ready to be used in a journal, and Broderie glaze wrapped around it. I think that's 60 centimeters, and this is a beautiful vintage communion pin with a little bulb top. So that's they're the embellishments, and it all comes wrapped beautifully in a gift box. So again, a gift to yourself if you are a junk journaler or a crafter and you can see lots of potential and craft ideas, or it can actually be something beautiful for someone else that you know will appreciate all of the things. Beautifully packaged and a real joy to open and explore. I've tested it on my mum, and she had a wonderful time looking through the box, and that's a good sign because she's fairly honest. So yes, available to purchase in my Etsy store, Paper Daisy Journals. Thank you for watching. Bye.